think I got everything.
Yeah. Hey guys. Hi Diana. How are you?
Welcome.
Are you ready for Thanksgiving? It's in a couple days.
This is going to kind of be easy.
Yeah. Our in-laws came and picked up our turkey a couple weeks ago, so we're doing Thanksgiving at their place. And I still have to make the pumpkin pie. I thought I would do it Monday or Tuesday, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, it's kind of a long time to wait for the pumpkin pie to sit. So, hey Valerie. Hi Imagine Acrewood. Good evening. Just asking folks if you guys are ready for Thanksgiving. We're both tore up tonight. I've got a bump on my head, and you have your eye thing going on.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
He's got like a bite under his eye.
It almost looks like a pimple today. Look at it.
Yeah, I don't think it is, though. I think he got bit by something.
Swelling up again. But I have one like almost like in the same spot or on this side. I don't remember which side, like a month ago or something, or 2 months ago. Isabel, hi, welcome. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose. Hi, Ladette. Hey, Shade Tree.
Yeah, people are joining now.
Creating Essence. Yeah, I told him, I said, should we even go live? I know we said we would last week, but I knew people would be busy with just either families in town and Thanksgiving preparations and stuff. Hi, Kaylee. You're cooking for 25? Wow.
Good luck.
Yes, good luck. Hey, Allison. Hey, Randy. Awesome. We're not hosting either, so we have it easy. But I will be taking my to-go containers with me so I can bring some home. Because that's the thing that I'll miss about not hosting is not having the leftovers.
Oh, the Friday afternoon, take a nap and wake up and make yourself a plate of leftovers and throw it in the microwave.
Right.
25 people. I was telling Rachel the other day when we were...
Hi, Sherilyn. That's a new name.
I think when we butchered our turkeys and we took one turkey and we were going to debone it and can it. And we were in the middle of that process. And I think that might be when I told you the story about when I was young, late teens, early 20s, I worked in restaurants. And one of the restaurants I worked at, we would do a huge Thanksgiving cook, like we were open for Thanksgiving, and it was all family style. And we would cook like 25 turkeys. You would get so sick of turkeys. You didn't want... I would get off work on Thanksgiving and come home, and my parents would be like, oh, we saved you some turkey. I'm like, I don't want to see no turkey for like at least a month. You get so sick of turkeys when you make like 25 turkeys. Holy cow.
So let's say hi to some people. Hi, Rosanna. Hey, Jess. Hey, Bandana Grandma. Mama Grows is here. What's up? Trish, Willow Creek. Oh, I want you to stay. Don't go. Awesome. So this isn't the topic, but I'm thankful always for new skills. And tonight I made my first ever lotion bars. So they'll be like little goodies for Christmas. I made some. This is a men's fragrance, so it's cedar, orange, and patchouli. And then I made a ladies' fragrance with bergamot and lavender, I think. But I'm just touching it. It feels lovely.
It does. It smells good.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally agree. I'm a turkey tetrazzini junkie with the mushrooms and the cream sauce and the spaghetti noodles.
Not me. No.
I'm a pasta man.
I had a friend whose family loved anything tetrazzini. If you could make it in a tetrazzini, they did. And I think I got nauseated from that. Hi, Ladina. Welcome from Michigan. Welcome.
Lansing,
Hey.
Clare, Mount Pleasant. Must be somewhere in that area or this this area.
Hi, TJ. Hey, Mindy's here. Hey, Mindy, Charles, kids. What's up?
A lot of new people tonight. Welcome.
So my favorite Snapchat for the month was Life Goes North, Mindy, when she could not. She was mimicking trying to go get green beans at the grocery store. And Mindy, I was at work watching this, and I was just dying laughing. I went up to Todd at lunchtime. I was like, you've got to watch this. It was the best ever. The best ever. But I felt terrible. Here I've got all these green beans downstairs.
57 quarts.
And Mindy can't get poor green beans in Alaska. So I sent her some today. Amazing lotion bar. My hands are crocodile dry. Oh. Well, you know, Trish, they were so super easy to make. I think I made them in like less than 15 minutes. It was easy peasy. 5 reasons why we homestead challenge. I have not heard about that challenge.
Nope. And Suburban Hillbilly used to work at Cracker Barrel on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'd imagine that's busy. I could imagine.
Yeah.
5
reasons.
Thanks, Isabel. I appreciate you staying up with us.
5 reasons why we homestead. That's a good one.
Yep.
I don't think anybody tagged us in that one. There's quite a few collabs I've seen going around lately. Some new things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we did one similar to that back in the late winter, kind of like why we homestead or what it. I think we've done 2 similar. Why?
We did Mindy's collab. Or no, Chelsea's collab.
Yeah, that was the...
What does homesteading mean
What
to
does
you?
homesteading mean to you? And then there was the one with Bro Farms now. They were Crepe Myrtle Homestead at the time.
Oh, right.
And it was something about like why we homestead. It was, I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember.
We'll move on.
Okay, well, think about it, Rose. Our list of videos to make is so long.
There's somebody on one of the YouTube Facebook groups, YouTube homesteading Facebook groups, was like, I need ideas for a video. I'm like, I got a lot.
I have so many, and just some of them are more intimidation wise. Like I gotta kind of build up either the courage or the right thought, get all my thoughts together on what I want to say, just so I don't sound like a blubbering idiot on camera.
Yeah, Rose said we should do one. So maybe we can. Maybe this weekend we'll throw it together. 5 reasons.
Hi, Sasha. Hamilton, Michigan. I love the Michigan people in here. Awesome. Shade Tree 4x4 2-minute build challenge. What do you have to build? Just anything? That'd be fun. What could we build in? We got a dog throwing up. Sorry if you can hear that. But tonight's topic, we got a lot of new people in the chat. So just a reminder. Gosh, it's lovely. November is our month of Thanksgivings. So we're just celebrating anything and everything that we're thankful for. So we had 2 topics to discuss tonight. One is we won the Fit Farmers Baker Creek seed giveaway on Instagram. Never won anything on Instagram before, so that was really fun.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't even know you entered.
Yeah, and I tagged a bunch of people too. So play the Instagram giveaways. It works. I won something. So we're going to open that. I have not peeked, and it's been torture. So we'll see what we got. And then one of our things, and we mentioned it the first week, that we're so super thankful for you guys. And that's why we're doing the big giveaway. If you guys don't know, we're doing a huge giveaway at the end of the month. 2 winners will win $100 MI Gardner gift card. So that's $200 going back to you guys. And the way that we want to continue our appreciation for you is we want to highlight some of our favorite things about being or having a channel, and that's the comments that our viewers and our fellow YouTubers leave us. Sometimes it can just make our day. It either makes us laugh or keeps us motivated to make more videos, or, you know, it's just that sometimes it's just that common sense feeling of appreciation for one another.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, every now and then we have lunch together every day, usually at work, and every now and then be like, hey, did you see that comment from so-and-so about how they're going to try it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then we'll be like,
yeah, what's that? So it's fun.
There was some Michigan stuff. Somebody knows where Tony's is. Tony's is awesome.
Up by Birch Run. So if people don't know what Tony's is, it's a famous truck stop diner place in the middle of Michigan.
Birch Run.
And so if you go there and you order a BLT sandwich, is always my favorite example. The BLT sandwich has a pound of bacon on it. It's just ginormous. So you end up just asking for a box to take off the majority of that bacon and bring it home so you can eat your sandwich. And everything is like that. It's just, you know, you order a stack of pancakes, and the stack of pancakes is like this tall.
Their omelets like 12 eggs or something.
It's ridiculous. So if you're ever in Michigan and you want to eat at Tony's, my recommendation is get one meal and feed your family. Oh, there's one in St. Louis? I did not know that. That's cool. Good luck, Shade Tree. So Shade Tree just sold their house and looking for their homestead property now. Awesome. Okay, so what do you want to do first?
Well, this one we can come back to at the end if we don't have time for it. Do you want to open up you've been waiting for about 3 days to open this pack of seeds, and she is the worst when it comes to gifts.
Okay.
So, like,
I'm cutting.
And what was the contest for? It was like one of those Instagram.
Yeah, it wasn't for anything.
Just comment down below, and we'll randomly pick somebody, and you will win. And we were one of 5 people that won.
Did you already put Fit Farmers?
I will post a link to Fit Farmer, and this is from Fit Farmer.
So if you guys don't know Fit Farmer, he's down in North Carolina, I believe. North Carolina, right?
Yes, North Carolina.
And
Mike, right?
Yep, Mike, and his wife Lacey, and they have beautiful children. And he used to be a professional bodybuilder, but fit means farmer in training. And they live in a yurt. They're doing market gardening.
Yeah, they also used to be known as Big Pond
Farm. Right. So really fun channel. Mike's super energetic, super encouraging. I don't think never a bad thing that has come out of that man's mouth. It's just always encouraging.
And he can dance.
Yes.
So what'd you get?
I don't know how to pronounce the first one. Let's see. So, Dianthus, I think. Black and white minstrels. Cut flower purposes. I am getting more and more into wildflower gardening, so that's awesome. One of my favorites. Petunias. Super excited about that. Ooh, never grown this. Watercress. I think that's going to be lovely to have in a salad. Ooh, that one sounds fun. Thai basil. So Thai holy basil. Hey, Bobblehead, welcome. Oh, yes. Heck, oh, there's a lot in this one. Cabbage Mammoth Red Rock. I've never grown cabbage, but after seeing Mindy's cabbage, I totally want to grow it.
There's a lot there.
Yeah. Awesome. Some onion seeds. The onion flat of Italy. Says beautiful red flat. This is a very old Italian variety that was first mentioned in 1885. That's neat. Some salvia. That's a beautiful flower, probably really good for the bees that we have. If I don't pronounce something right too, make sure you let me know. Some yellow watermelon, that looks fun. So we can grow watermelons here, just they're really baby watermelons. They never get very big for me.
No, I think we have to water them.
Yeah.
We plant them out like way out back in our back pasture, like in our food forest in our orchard area.
Yeah, and I don't have a watering system.
You don't have a hose that goes that far. We have like 300 feet of hose, but it doesn't go that far.
So this is Watermelon Desert King. Looks like it's more shaped like a cantaloupe or a muskmelon. Squash New Zealand Blue. That looks fun. Almost looks like one of those little turban squashes. A yellow moon and stars. Who knew? I had no idea that even existed. That's cool. Another cabbage. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Is everyone throwing out good recipes? Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, another one I'm not going to try to pronounce, some kind of squash. Musky de Maroc.
You tried to pronounce it.
I don't know. I had to. It looks fun. Okay, good night, Bandana Grandma. Loved having you here. Look at these fun radish things. Radish tails. Huh. Radish Singera rat's tail?
Look like garlic scapes.
They do look like garlic scapes, don't they? That looks fun. Hey, Almost Homestead. Another kind of watermelon. It's called a Blacktail Mountain watermelon. And that's it. That's it, as in that's a lot, and I'm super thankful.
That's a ton of packs of seeds.
And it's a nice variety of melons and onions and cabbages and flowers, and I tend to, I think I was talking to somebody on Instagram the other day. I just saw one word and I was like, what are they talking about? Yeah, I saw that, Mama Grows. I was like, what is that? I've not heard of that. I tend to stick with a staples garden, so I don't typically try a big variety of things, but I'll have to squeeze some of those in. That's like, yeah, definitely different things to try. Hey, Gons is here. Where have you been? Off hunting? We miss you.
Been in the woods. So I'll post. There's another link to Fit Farmer's channel. That's Mike's channel. So if you get some time and you're not already subbed to him, check out his channel.
Mm-hmm. So does everyone have awesome Thanksgiving Day plans? We were talking about that earlier in the chat. And feel free to throw out things that you're thankful for as you guys are going along. And we'll make sure to shout them out.
Well, I guess I can read over here, but then I feel like I'm ignoring everybody.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, let's get into our first comment.
Oh, we did. Okay, well, real quick. Last week we talked about our Amazon influencer page, our shop that we threw together.
Oh yeah, we put a bunch more stuff in there, guys.
Yeah, we did. We threw a lot more stuff in our Amazon shop, and I made it much easier for you to find it, to where you don't necessarily have to go to the description of our video and click on a link. If you just go to shop.1870shomestead.com, it'll take you right to our Amazon shop, and everything that's listed here is things that we ourselves have personally purchased.
And we would recommend. It's not stuff we wouldn't recommend.
Right. It's things that we would, it's basically since we moved here to our homestead, this is everything that we bought and everything that we use on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis in our homestead, in our kitchen, in our garage, out in the garden, all that stuff. So 1870shomestead.com takes you to our YouTube, or shop 1870s Homestead will take you straight to our Amazon shop.
Yes. And we'll keep building it. There's a lot of stuff we haven't added to it yet. We're having to go back through like our last order history,
our Amazon
to find
order
things.
history.
And I'm being cautious about what I put on there, because I do just want to put on products that I have no question 100% recommend to you guys. So I want to do a couple shout outs. So Rose at Wholesome Roots was just recently in Massachusetts with her family, and she got to see her nephew she hadn't seen in 20 years. That's so awesome. I understand the appreciation for that. I have a couple nieces and nephews I haven't seen now in 10 years. And to be able to spend time with them and hug their necks and catch up on their lives would be amazing. And Ladette says she's thankful for her new baby girl, Grace, this year. Oh, baby girls. TJ asked if we're ever thinking about doing a seed swap. Well, we've participated in seed swaps before, but to be honest with you, it's not something that's on the top of my list. My seed collection isn't huge by any means compared to a lot of people. I'm working on building up my seed collection, I guess.
Did you see Kiri's goats got into the pen and ate like bags and bags full of food? Oh. Now she's worried they're going to get bloat.
Well, I think she's already treating them for bloat is what she's saying, Oh, those stinking goats. I guess they thought it was their Thanksgiving. So Shade Tree said he's thankful for friends letting him live in their trailer while he's looking for land. That's wonderful.
What state are you located in? Not that I have land for sale.
No. Okay. I'm gonna get going on some of our thankful 9:23. Comments.
So our other on paper topic agenda for tonight was being thankful for you.
Yep.
And over the weekend we had a conversation and we started talking about portions of YouTube that we're most thankful for as creators.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things has always to us been comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
The comments that people leave on our videos is one of our favorite things about doing YouTube.
Oh, guys, that sounds awesome. I've heard great things about those Cherokee tan pumpkin seeds.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. So we kind of just worked our way back, and we only went a month or so back. But I recently did a video on how to make pumpkin puree, and it was for Two Family Homestead's holiday dessert collaboration. So if you guys need a last minute dessert idea, go check out Two Family Homestead. They have a playlist of holiday dessert ideas. And it was fun to know that it helped out life on Beagle Road, because you actually have to strain your pumpkin puree before you can use it. And it was a funny comment and a helpful comment all in the same time. So that was fun. And of course, we absolutely adore and appreciate and love life on Beagle Road. So some of these commenters will have YouTube channels. So we'll make sure we call out who has a YouTube channel. So Life on Beagle Road does. If you guys aren't following their journey, hop on over there and follow what they're doing. Oops. I'm not sure if Beth Grant DeRoos has a YouTube channel. This was a collaboration, a small collaboration that's grown a little bit since we put it out, but it was titled Homesteaders Stand Up, and it was all about understanding our rights to food freedom, our rights to farm, and kind of the role that either your local or state legislation and government that's in place, the role that they play in your freedom through either laws that they have on what you can and cannot raise and sell, or ordinances on what you can and cannot do on your property. And yes, Life on B. Courtney is my YouTube BFF for sure. So this comment just really touched me, because I think it's like where this lady's talking about that she lives, it sounds like the mecca of the dream of homesteaders
Mm-hmm.
living. And it was neat to see how involved through her comment that people are in the community and giving back to one another and getting engaged and even volunteering themselves to run for board members and things like that.
Yeah, and I see a couple people in the chat mentioning whether or not they have a channel, and if there's somebody here tonight and they have a channel, please check them out.
Yeah.
Or big channel, small channel, I don't care who it is. If you're a friend of ours, then they should be a friend of yours.
Okay, Jess said she's thankful for her children. Aren't we all? Whether they give us grief or not, whether sometimes we don't like them, we always love them. You know, you have those moments as a parent, like, oh my gosh, I so don't like you right now, but I love you, I love you, I love you. But I am extremely thankful for my children. Oops. What was this video? This was
the weekend in review video.
Oh, our weekend in review when we went to the cabin.
We went to the cabin, and I think this was
our second one.
This was our second time ever doing a weekend in review video. And if you're not familiar with them, because I mean, some people don't have time to catch everybody's videos all the time. It's something we started doing over the weekend, and what we do is we film basically from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what it is that we're doing on any given day at any given time. And then at the end of the weekend on Sunday night, we sit down and we talk about what it is that we did. And we splice together a bunch of footage, a bunch of B-roll, and we put together a video that usually comes out Monday morning first thing. So it's basically our weekend in review. And I think when this particular video came out, it was like our second week of ever doing it. And
we were really desiring feedback because we didn't know if people were going to like it.
Right. We weren't sure. We're like, it's
different.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from what we normally produce. And so we weren't quite sure if people were going to dig it or not. So I think we in particular asked people for feedback, and Brianna had some great feedback for us that she really enjoyed it.
And it made her want to go camping. So that's if we can promote people to get outside and just enjoy nature, that's 100% awesome for us.
Is there a dog out there?
No,
Mika's upstairs.
I'm not sure what's going on out there.
So
I saw TJ Miller has 40 subs, don't even have any videos yet. Kind of weird. We started the exact same way. We started before we even had our first video. We had 100 subs because people were just, I think, trying to egg us on to start a YouTube channel. So it sounds like people want you to start a YouTube channel, so you should probably consider it. So Kiri said she loved this video idea. It's really worked for us, and it's been a lot of fun. Sometimes we'll be like right in the middle of doing something, and you gotta go get the camera just so we have content to share. And sometimes we're honestly pretty boring over the weekend, so at least it feels like we're boring, and then we go back and we look and see what we got accomplished. So it's like, okay, we didn't do too bad this weekend.
Right. We try to keep the camera close by, and then we keep a pad of paper on our kitchen counter, and it'll have like Friday. What did we do? What did we do? What did we film?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the weekend, we get out our list and we go back through and we talk about everything, and it's like, wow, we really did kind of do a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I saw Joe, that's YB Family Farm, called out that he has a channel. This is somebody, guys, I 100% believe should be a much larger channel because his content is educational material. I have learned so much from him. He's got just a wealth of knowledge. He's legit doing the homestead thing. Of course, a fellow Michigander, so I'm going to support him. And Joe, just so you know, I reached out to Two Family Homestead and I said you should be on their Monday night live chat.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're doing amazing things. Next, let's see. Where do we leave off? Okay, the black garlic. So that was a super fun video to do because we really didn't know how it was going to turn out. And we for sure didn't know if we were going to like it. And I loved it so much, I could have eaten that entire plate. And it must have came across. So Chicka Wolf, who has a channel, Chicka Wolf Ranch, awesome, awesome people. They're actually going to be trying black garlic next year. So that's awesome.
And that's exactly why we like that comment.
Yeah.
We experiment a lot. We like to try new things a lot. So when we get to inspire somebody else to try something new, it's like a good win for us because it's always good to learn new things. All about the learning.
Wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, Joe. I truly do mean it. You've got a good... We don't always comment because we're always watching YouTube on the TV, but we are watching. Sometimes I make sure to at least get back on my phone to say, mm-hmm. Hey, I'm getting back on. I already watched this, but it was really good. So yeah, I can't recommend black garlic enough. Feel free to check out the video if you haven't seen it. If you've got garlic laying around in your house from your harvest this year, 100% so good. Like, oh, I think I said in the content, if there was anything such as garlic candy or candy medicine, this would be it. It's just yummy, yummy, yummy.
That was actually a 2-part series, right? Part 1
was how we started
the
process.
We prepped it, we started mm-hmm. it, and then we came back 2 weeks later. And
mm-hmm. This was a super fun video. So we actually had my in-laws, Todd's mom and his stepdad, in the video, and it was one of our weekend in reviews as well, and we were processing our turkeys that we had butchered, and specifically one of the turkeys that we were canning, and it got Jerry talking, and we told you guys we want to start getting Jerry on video because he grew up in the deep hollers of Virginia, West Virginia, and he was a legit homesteader. When they didn't call it homesteading, it was livelihood. And if you didn't grow your food and you didn't have your own cows for milk and you didn't have your own chickens for eggs, you were going to starve. So
so he was just talking about, like, this past Sunday, he brought it up again.
Yeah.
About how you always knew what you were going to have for breakfast by...
Oh, if you had to go and get a slice off the ham versus a can of sausage out of the pantry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But that must have came through on Gary's comment, who's just one of our viewers. And he was telling us then some amazing stories from his family, that after butchering the pigs, they would fry up the pork chops, layer them in a large crock, and put lard over them, one layer at a time till the crock was full. And that's how they would preserve their pork chops. Isn't that a neat story? Yeah, it's so super cool.
Yeah, I love those old stories are the best.
They
and I
are.
love them because
They
it's
are.
like it's what everybody who homesteads now is trying to do and
Well, and
trying
so
to
many
bring
of those
back.
things are probably lost unless you go find like cool journals or historical books that to get people talking about them, they come
Mhm.
out and you're like, ooh, that
Yeah,
sounds interesting.
we need to sit Jerry down in front of the camera. And,
Absolutely. Hey, Heritage Ways is here. How's the road trip going?
oh, hey, welcome.
Welcome.
See, lots of people saying they're subscribing to each other.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That is what this month is all about. Supporting one another, being thankful for one another, encouraging one another. And if I had to pick 3 BFFs on YouTube, one of them would also be Chelsea, and one would be Mindy at Life Goes North. But Chelsea over at Little Mountain Ranch on my fermented hot sauce said she wanted to try it again. But my favorite part about this comment was she loved the fact that on our channel we show our learning process as it goes along rather than just showing it mastered. And that made me feel so good because I have mastered nothing. We're totally learning everything. And I'm like, okay, well, as long as that's okay, that everyone fully understands you're not coming to our channel for any expert advice on anything. We've got wonderful people in the community for that, people like Justin Rhodes and Rose at Wholesome Roots. I am, if you want to learn how it's done for the first time and you want to see somebody maybe mess up in the process and tell you what she learned, that's why you're coming to us.
I was just thinking as you were describing that, though, we don't, here, let me flip this back. We don't always, sometimes when we put out a video about something, or here, let me rewind. Sometimes when we're doing something for the first time, we don't always film it because we don't know what's going to happen. But a quick story, I have a video coming up soon that I have to film for you because it's driving Rachel crazy about rendering beeswax.
Oh.
And the very first time I tried to render my beeswax, I made a big mess all over the kitchen. I had wax on everything. Like our kitchen strainers for straining pasta had wax all over it. There was buckets everywhere. It was a big mess. But I didn't film any of it because I didn't know what I was doing. But I played around with it a little more, and I have a decent process down now. And that's what I want to share with you guys. But there's a lot of failures that go on behind the scenes that we don't always film. But maybe we should, but I'm just trying to be a little more transparent.
Yeah. And so this half-rendered beeswax has been sitting on my kitchen counter that every time somebody comes over, I have to find a place to hide it so it's out of the way because that is me. I know you don't have to do that, but that is me. So it has gone in the oven for hiding many times. And then I preheat the oven and I get the wax all half rendered down again. I'm like, Todd, if you do not finish this beeswax, I'm going to just take it from you and use it myself. He's like, no, but I want to do a video on it. I'm like, then get it done.
It's all time. We both work full-time jobs and come home and Homestead and YouTube on top of it and try to find time to relax.
Oh, so Mindy said, film the process. It all helps us learn. So for those of you that are new to the show, look what I made tonight. My very first lotion bars. Isn't that cool? 15 minutes, guys. It was so easy.
You should have did a video about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I think, too, to myself, it's funny. A lot of creative. I could be the only one. I would think I'm not the only one. Sometimes my challenge to myself is there are so many videos on this subject already.
True.
You know what I mean? That Which I was about that way about my soap video, which was a disaster. I'm going to have to remake that soap video again. It's just too funny. I'll try to do better. Okay, we had one more, I think, comment to share with folks.
Yeah, there might have been one or two.
Well, we shared that one. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just have one more. So this was our very first weekend in review.
Oh, the one where I got electrocuted.
Yeah.
There's a fail for you.
Yeah.
And I filmed it. Lesson learned.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember this one. I had to reread it. So this, to me, was summed up how the community comes together through these channels and how the community, once you finally meet, it's so fun when you meet people in real life and in person. And I just happened to be sitting in front of a Violet before the panel discussion, and it was the first time I had acted out in a extroverted nature all weekend. And I just turned around and introduced myself and asked them who they were, and we got to chit-chat for like 15-20 minutes before the panel discussion started, and they told me all of what they're into, and it was really, really fun to see her come over to the channel and just continue the conversation with me. So I just love how the community kind of just goes full circle, and when you finally get to meet each other, and then you can put a face to the name, and that's just super fun. So you guys keep doing those Thanksgiving shout outs, what you're thankful for. So Pretty Girl Nano said the community helped her decide to start this journey. Awesome.
Oh, Mike, I saw your pictures of your Suburban, right? Suburban smashed the front end.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I think he posted it on the Pratt's group on Facebook.
70 miles an hour. Oh my gosh. Thank God you're okay. I loved meeting you too, Rose.
Oh, dog.
Hi, Cynthia Fisher. How's life in Idaho tonight? Tracy, sorry, I just saw you're here. Hey, welcome. Okay, I'm just catching up. Kathleen, Keratin, Moses, Rachel, if you use the Pomona's pectin, I'd love to see some videos on it. Okay, it might have to wait till next summer, till I've got some like fresh berries and stuff to make some jam with, but I definitely will. Hi, 18. What's up? Hi, Linda. So we're just celebrating everything Thanksgiving-wise. We did a huge Baker Creek seed haul review and just went through some viewer comments that made us extremely thankful. Mm-hmm. Well, I think, too, like, I guess I'll just sum it up, because I'm sure next week is all going to be about the giveaway. So next week, we will be announcing on the live stream the 2 winners of the giveaway. So make sure you tune in next week, because we all need to clap and hoorah for the 2 winners of $100 at M.I. Gardener, guys. That's like 100 seed packets. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest garden of your life. At least for me, it would
last a couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, easily. Kathleen said she's grateful that the authorization has finally come through for my daughter's cochlear implant surgery, December 4th. Oh, that's so awesome. Those are some of the most beautiful videos to watch. Mm-hmm. Either that or when somebody is colorblind and they get the colorblind correction lenses for the first time. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it just brings me to tears every time I see it. What was I saying? Oh, next week is our big giveaway. So I'm sure that'll be the focus, and we'll just do a summation. And what we're going to do also during that next week's live show is the very first action you had to take was you had to go and subscribe to a channel with less than 1,000 subscribers. That was our only ask to enter. If you did that, then you got 4 or 5 more opportunities to enter the contest yet again. But that was the only thing that you had to do to enter. So what we're going to do is we're going to shout out some of those small channels that you guys went and subbed to and recommended. So Mama Grows, I know you're one of those. So be here. We'll give you guys shout out. We'll probably try to pull up some video content and share what your channel's about. And so where was I going with all that?
Next week, contest.
Yeah, but what was the wrap up of this week? Don't know. I lost it.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
old enough
posted
to...
if you have not entered, you can only enter our contest once. But when you enter once, you can get up to five entries or 6 entries, something like that. So if you haven't entered yet, I've been posting links throughout the chat tonight to the contest.
Oh, I think we have an image of how many people that are subbed.
Wrong mouse.
Sorry. Got 2 mouses here.
Contest stats, I think.
Contest stats. So right now we have 244 entries. That's 66 people altogether have entered the competition. Or the contest, I should say. It's not a competition.
It's a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. So there's a whole lot more than 66 people I know that garden. So
it's free seeds or free MI Gardener t-shirts, whatever you want to spend that $100 on.
Good night, Allison. Good night, Randy.
It's basically,
hey, we watched your tortilla recipe. I like the style. That was fun. I was like, who are we watching? I couldn't tell at first.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it's basically all of our YouTube earnings for the month of October or something like that, when all the political ads were running. We're giving it all back to you guys in the form of this giveaway. So it's $200, free stuff.
Yeah.
And it supports small YouTubers.
100%. It is pure gold. No kidding. So that was our content for today. Did you have anything else you wanted to share?
I think it was. We covered all of this stuff more than once. We talked about the contest. We talked about comments.
Amazon.com.
Or shop.1870shomestead.com.
You guys, and if you're looking for some good farm boots, those Twisted X boots are killer.
Yeah, we added some new categories to the shop today. One is Rachel's favorite things, and one is Todd's favorite things. And it's not necessarily things that fit into a kitchen category or a garage or a garden. It's just things that I like, that I bought, that I adore. It's like one of my favorite shirts, and my pocket knife that I carry every day, all day. Your boots that you wear.
Can you nominate one more than one channel, or are you stuck with the one? Yeah, it's just a nomination of one channel per entry. So just have your husband, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister create a YouTube account, and they can nominate whoever else you want to nominate and enter the contest for you. Yeah,
so that link, and I'll post it again right now in the chat. That link, feel free to share it with people. You can send that link to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your uncle. Share it on Facebook. Share that link wherever you want. Bribe people to enter, and then if they win, you can force them to give you the prize.
Yeah, right. Maybe you can give them a couple seed bags.
Yep. So contest, the comments that we were most thankful for, or comments that we were thankful for that inspire us.
And keep us motivated to keep doing it. It's
Amazon
fun.
shop. Oh, I did have this. Want to show this?
I don't care. It's not really on topic, but you can share it.
It's not really topic, but we have a few minutes still.
Yeah.
And, well, let's see.
Well, we could tie it in to say, we're thankful we found this.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean, we are
stretch.
really thankful that we found it. It's really cool.
We still have a few minutes, and there's a few people here still. And if you follow us on Facebook, which I'll post a link to our Facebook page. We don't have a Facebook group; we just have a page. There's so many great Facebook groups
Yeah.
out there by YouTubers that have way more
And I think I would,
people than us.
I
That
don't want it to take my attention away from participating in their pages to run my own page,
right.
you know?
It's just something we don't really have time for. So we don't
Right.
have a group. We just have a page, and we posted this picture on our Facebook page a little while ago, and we had some good conversation around it. But we wanted to share it with you guys as well. And I really should do this with. We should really fly the drone up in the exact same spot
Absolutely.
where this picture was taken and do a side by side
Right.
comparison. But this is what our homestead looked like in 1972. There's a website called vintageaerial.com. You can go there, and it's really hard to search because you can't just put in an address. Well, you can put in an address, but it's going to give you this really wide range of area that you then have to search through to try to figure out, okay, here's 47 results. Which one has a picture of my house in it?
Hold on, guys. I'm just, oops.
You're getting good at this.
I know. I'm just putting this up here so I can. Okay. So, see where the big, huge barn is in the back? That's not there anymore. Wah, wah, wah.
That's where your garden is now.
But it's sitting almost directly where my garden is right now. So I'm just picturing all that manure-rich land possibly that's sitting underneath my garden. And then, but guys, look at that huge, massive garden in the front yard. I'm like, that is exactly what a homestead should look like. Hardly any lawn, surrounded by probably the farmer's crop fields. They've got their zone 1, their zone 2, and oh, it's amazing. I fell in love with it when I saw it. I'm like, I want that. That is so beautiful. And it looks like at the road, like the road's just a small dirt road. Right now it's a 2-lane paved road. And it looks like the front might have some possibly berry bushes or grapevine growing. But I would love to hear about that and know it's hard to see in the picture because the words are on it, but there's a couple more outbuildings that are shown in this picture that don't exist today. And I'm
Right.
like, where did those outbuildings go and what were they used for? Well, we could raise a barn if there was a barn to raise, but there's no barn to raise. It's like gone. It doesn't exist. Good night, Clueless Homesteader. I have a lot of pie
Good night,
crust
Rose.
recipes, Jess. It just depends on what I'm making.
Hey, Rose says she loves us.
Oh, I love you guys, Rose. Bye. One day, I have a barn in mind that I want. And my daughter tells me I have to have it built before she gets married because she wants to get married in it. So we'll see if we can't pull that off.
Yeah, we can switch off of this.
Okay.
But I thought it was pretty cool. That was from 1972 is when that photo was taken. And on that website, you can buy prints and like framed.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive though. I mean, like $100 for an 8x10 print of that picture.
But I would love to see even further back, like to go to the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. But that's as far back as that website had.
I think I found survey plot maps from our county back to like 1908, and the original homesteader back then I think had 35 acres.
Oh, really? In 1908?
Yeah. Where now we have about 7. So land was sold off over the years.
Mama Grows asked, "Is my dream barn red and white?" It's not. I want an all wood barn. Natural wood sided that would weather over time, and that's my dream.
Forest green, yeah, I like those green barns.
Nope. Give me one of those Amish come and build my barn, and I want it to look all wood. Like I love, and I also love like the old vintage whitewashed barns that you see that are all like the whitewashed. Those are really pretty. We have a lot of old vintage barns around Monroe County, so we get to see them a lot when we're out. And some of them, unfortunately, no one owns the property or is currently living on it, so they're just falling down.
Yeah, some of those half fallen down ones. I wish you could go and say, "Hey, can we buy that and take it all apart and bring it here and put it here?"
I know. I wish we could, Cindy. That would be amazing. But I would think that it would probably cost just as much to, if not more, to take down a barn and have it moved than to build a new. But then you would miss out on the rough hewn logs and beams that are in it. That was interesting a while back when we were talking about ordinances and stuff. Joe over at YB Farm said as soon as our video came out, he went and looked up his ordinances. And they're zoned agriculture, and he said he has no restrictions except the number of cats, dogs, and rabbits he can have.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that bizarre?
Wow.
So it reminded me of it because Pretty Girl Nana was saying she has a big metal horse barn, no acreage, so she's still researching what she can take care of.
Yeah, it's definitely, and don't, if you're searching for property or you're searching for a homestead and you see something and it says it's zoned agricultural, don't just assume you can do whatever you want to do, because there are zoning ordinances that are going to go along with that classification of agricultural that will define what you can and can't not do.
Right.
Like Joe's sounds like it's very, very lenient. Where, I mean, even ours here, we actually have some restrictions. Yeah. We have limitations. You know, if you have 10 acres, you can only have 340 goats. Or
He's making up words now.
I'm making up.
But the restrictions that we have are common sense restrictions.
Exactly.
They're not anything that we would ever balk about, because they say that 1 acre, you can have a cow for every acre that you own. And that makes sense. And I appreciate that, because I don't want to live in a manure wasteland and something that's bad for our environment. So everything that they're doing is very within environmental standards and good practices. And I think Michigan State University has an agricultural extension here in Monroe County, and they're very active, I would believe, with all the county agencies and stuff, and help set what are the recommended protocols for proper management of land and husbandry of animals. So,
and even our township website, when you go there, one of the very first things right on the main page is a big banner that basically says, the majority of this township is agricultural. There will be smells. There will be tractors running at all hours of the night harvesting. There will be noises. There will be smells. If you don't like that, move somewhere else.
It does. It very clearly says that. And just about as plain a language as that. So we are fortunate where we live. Where they get silly is stuff like, I won't say too much just because I think things that have to do with water, things that have to do with marking of boundaries and fences, and it's probably more so to deal with neighbor disputes and disputes with the city and county proper than trying to overmanage the people. There's probably just too many bad eggs in the bunch that caused the need for it.
And when I was at the township hall, was it in the spring, and they were telling me some stories about this neighbor did this, and they put up a chicken wire fence, and this neighbor complained, and now they got to deal with it. And so that's part of the reason that they have rules is
True.
there needs to be some sort of order to the world. But
that reminded me that came out a lot in that video, in the videos, as if we as people disrespected each other's rights within reason. That, oh, you know whose video it was? It was In My Gardeners.
mm-hmm.
In My Gardeners live stream this week. And he's since taken it down. But he very much, his point to the story was, if we just respected each other's own pursuit of happiness, which is one of our core freedoms, then we wouldn't have the need for all this ordinance and zoning and rules, because the government wouldn't have to get involved. They're getting involved because people are complaining, people are whining, and rather than looking at just because we're trying to manage this situation or this potential situation, we're actually stepping in on people's just core freedoms that they have. And the views just twerked, rather than saying to the so-be complainers, that is their freedom. Therefore, they have the freedom to run their land the way that they do, to grow what they want to grow, to have what animals that they want to have, But I guess. Anyway, we love you guys. It's 10:02, so we're going to let you go. I know Wednesday pre-Thanksgiving prep is on. It's on tomorrow. Bring it. I'm taking my canned cranberry sauce because I know your mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, your mom will not have it.
Okay.
So.
You have the day off tomorrow?
I did, because I thought I was preparing Thanksgiving.
I gotta work.
But you know what that means? I am pulling down all the Christmas stuff out of the attic. So, would you guys like to see like Christmas decorating? It's totally not homesteading, but it is my favorite. And I have this cool thing where I can make the most majestic garland from dollar store garland and a whole bunch of pine bales that I cut out of my own trees. I think it's worth sharing with people.
You're welcome to.
Okay.
You know where the camera is.
I know, but
you're off tomorrow.
I can't film as good as you. All right.
I asked a question of those. Heaven's Gate Cherry Farm. They're from Hale, Michigan. I was wondering if they were from Michigan because Michigan is a cherry growing state.
Absolutely.
So welcome. I don't think I've seen you guys here before.
So if you have cherries on your farm, I need to remember to send you a message to help me identify what kind of cherry tree I have here. No clue what it is. It's sour. Yellowish to red type cherries.
Yeah, and we have questions about this cherry tree, and
we've
done a lot of research on pruning pear trees and pruning apple trees and pruning peach trees. Mm-hmm. But nothing really on pruning cherry trees. And we're wondering if we should prune this thing. I don't know how big it is, or how old it is, but it's pretty big and it's scraggly, and I think it needs some love.
Yeah.
Jump off. Thanks for joining.
He said, don't forget about that water pump for your cabin. I know you just feel really bad for us carrying those big buckets up. Or him carrying those buckets up, don't you?
I'm really going to go the rainwater collection route. And I know...
See, I'm not a fan, guys.
A fan of what?
The rainwater collection, because we have so much tannins on our roof that the rain, unless you figure out a good filtering system, it's not as clean as my river water. My river water is like crystal clear, beautiful water. That roof water is like covered with acorn tannins, and I've got to take a brown shower. It's not fun. Sorry.
I'm leaning towards rainwater collection.
I can do off-grid all day long.
Although I know that when fall comes or early spring comes, my water tank will probably be empty because I drained it over the winter, or it will be frozen. So we'll still be hiking back down to the river, which the river doesn't freeze. So a ram pump, it's possible, but I got like 130 feet of elevation uphill to deal with. So I don't know what size ram pump I would actually need for
I
that.
think I saw where he wrote you back and said you might need a secondary ram pump to get it up the rest of the way. A ram pump gets you up maybe to the lip where the tree is, and then the second pump to get you up the rest of the way.
Maybe when we retire.
I love the idea, jump off. I think it's a great idea. All right, listen to your wife. All right, guys, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yep. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's fun for us to do this.
I'm stopping streaming, so say your last goodbye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.